Okay, see, Nothing is one of those brands that does things quite differently. And if you have ever used their phones before, you probably know about their number series. So, I have been using the Nothing Phone 3 for quite some time now, and this is my long-term review of the same. Side note, Nothing actually listened to the feedback of early reviewers and fixed a lot of those issues. Talking about the build, the phone feels great in your hand. The brushed aluminum helps give the phone a more solid and premium glow. The speakers are one of the best and easily on par with other flagships in this price range. The design is not for everyone though. The phone stands out, and I mean it, it stands out. The back has all the lines, the bumps, the dots and screws, ribbon cables coming in and out, LEDs, and the little display up top. This phone catches attention, and people are usually wowed by the way it looks. I have tried using the Glyph interface, but I didn't find much utility out of it. Yes, it can display more information than the earlier Glyph lights like time, compass, battery level, a mirror for selfies with the back camera, which is actually pretty cool. It's one of those features which you use once because it's new and then just forget that it exists. You can set the Glyph interface to show specific icons for specific notifications as well. Talking about the display, it's a 6.67-inch display with 1.5K resolution. You get 120Hz support and it can show up to 1 billion colors. It is an LTPS panel though, not LTPO, meaning it doesn't go down to 1 Hz. So always on display will consume more battery. It is a flat panel, bezels are symmetrical and they are very slim. The display is also very bright. They claim a peak of 4500 nits. You won't face any issues outdoors or indoors. Color tuning on it is also quite good. There's no Dolby Vision support in Netflix. Well, who needs HDR in Netflix if you can play rock paper scissors with your phone, right? Well, that is according to Carl Pei. Also, why are we given an optical fingerprint sensor in a phone this costly? It's a flagship phone. Yes, the fingerprint is fast, but they should have provided an ultrasonic one. Okay, I get it, you all didn't provide an ultrasonic one. But what the hell is this position? I need hand gymnastics to just reach the bottom of the screen. All other flagship phones in this price range has a fingerprint at a more comfortable positions. Other devices usually have it a little high up in the screen. When the phones get costlier, these little tweaks made by brands make the user experience a lot better. Also for people who like the haptic vibration, Nothing decided you don't need any. Like you are increasing the volume, you feel the haptics. You are adjusting the brightness, you should feel the haptics. Well, there is none in this phone. We're gonna talk about it all, the performance, the camera, the battery life, etc. So let's start with the performance first. We get an upper mid-range Snapdragon 8s Gen 4. The chip performs similarly to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and the Dimensity 9400 in terms of CPU performance. My unit has 16GB of RAM and 502GB of UFS 4.0 storage. We are currently running Android 16 with Nothing UI 4. The phone will get 5 years of updates in total. Not the highest number, but it's good enough. The phone is consistent though. I did not feel any major slowdowns or any such things. I also felt RAM management was pretty good. Apps stayed open in the background, but do consider my unit has 16GB of RAM. So if you get the lower RAM variant, your experience may vary. Okay, while gaming, this phone gets hot, very hot. You do get 120Hz support on games like BGMI. So if you feel like your phone is uncomfortable to hold, just reduce the frame rate to 90 or even 60. Should not happen, but considering the hot climate here in India, I can't call it overheating. Even if you record videos outdoors, after a few minutes, you may get a device too hot warning. Also on video calls, the phone gets very hot. WhatsApp calls are choppy too. And it's an issue with just this device because I've been using the Oppo Find X8 alongside this and that phone doesn't have any of these issues. But those major heating issues like the phone getting warm in your pockets while you are doing nothing, I didn't feel any of these. Okay, there's also tons of AI features implemented in the device. You get Essential Space. It's an app on the phone which can be accessed by double clicking the Essential button, a dedicated button below the power key on the right side of the phone. And this button is not customizable. So what exactly is this? This is where you can attach your notes, you can attach screenshots, voice reminders and recordings. You can long press the Essential key to tell your phone to do something and remind you. And also use AI to actually understand the context of those recordings. And it will figure it out if it needs to create a reminder based on what you said. But I can just use Gemini to create reminders, right? Yes, I only use the Essential Space when I want the recording saved on my device. as Gemini can't do that. But since it doesn't sync to the cloud, I can't access it on other devices. So what's left? Yes, battery. It's a 5500 milliamp hour battery. You get 65 watts of fast charging, but the charger is not provided in the box. I use my Samsung 25 watts adapter to charge the device. There's also support for 15 watt of wireless charging. Battery backup is good. The way I use a phone, if I can make it last a whole day, that is, still I'm on my bed. Battery life depends on the user, like how much a person games on his device or uses the camera. So, in my usage pattern, if the phone lasts me a whole day, battery is usually good and I consider it a good battery. This phone easily lasts me through a whole day. Finally, let's talk cameras. I didn't have to remember the specs because all the lenses are 50 megapixels. You get a 3x telephoto as well, which can go up to 60x digitally. The selfie camera is also 50 megapixels. For me, the results matter more instead of megapixel numbers. Photos should also be good. Here, check out these photos I clicked. The photos are really balanced with good highlight control. The colors aren't oversaturated, which was an issue with the previous phone I reviewed. One thing I noticed in both main and the ultra wide is that in artificial lighting, check these multiple samples out first. Considering the price this phone launched at, the lights could have been managed better. Here's a comparison from the same spot using ultra wide, main and the telephoto. At the same time, check the selfies out. I clicked a few selfies and they are usable. Now, is the camera system enough of a deal breaker to not recommend this phone over other Android phones? No, not necessarily. It really depends on how much you use your phone's camera system and if you have to have the best camera available on Android in your pocket. That leaves us with the videos. So, you can record up to 4K 60 FPS on all the lenses. You also get 4K 60 support on this selfie cam. And I have clicked multiple videos with this phone. In fact, the video you're watching right now is kindly shot on the Nothing Phone 3. So, this is the situation with the Nothing Phone 3. Can you consider it? I guess you already made up your mind after watching this video, but let me add my opinion as well. Its launch price was 80,000 rupees. Currently, it's having a 30,000 discount on Flipkart. Well, you get the OnePlus 15 or around 50,000. The Nothing Phone 3 stands out though. The pricing is a little on the higher side, yes. In fact, some people snag this one for 35 to 40,000 during sales. If someone considers getting this at such low prices, it's a good option. The phone isn't bad, but it's overshadowed by popular brands. It's really an underrated brand in India. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more such videos. You are watching Acer Ninja. This is Orko and I'll catch you in the next one.